This is our first interview ever in our new studios, and thank goodness for that, because we have got some big guys here this morning, Shelley.
We would never have fitted them in our old studio. I don't think we could have fitted one, let alone the rest of them. So we're very thankful for our new facility.
Yeah, we would have had one sort of in one leg only sort of thing at a time, I think. But these guys are called the Conquerors from America, and it's a very big welcome. We've got Mike Benson, Greg Mulchin, and also we've got Yago and Scott up in the back there without a microphone. How are you going, guys?
Good.
Doing awesome.
Great to have you with us.
Now, this isn't your first time in Australia. You've been doing the tour thing for quite a while now. But for people unfamiliar with your ministry, tell us about it. I mean, it's more than just muscles, isn't it?
Yeah, we're basically a ministry that is a tool for the church, and we help reach elements of the community and bridge gaps between the church and the community. Like, say, for instance, somebody who usually wouldn't go to a normal church event, they hear that there's going to be a bunch of big guys breaking things and smashing bricks. They might want to come and check that out. So that's basically what we do, is we help do that.
So just explain that a bit more, the whole breaking bricks and bats and whatever. What are some of the feats that you guys do as a part of your events?
We use several feats of strength to get attention. We do power breaking, what's commonly known as power breaking on ESPN, where we break several stacks of concrete using different areas of our anatomy. Maybe it might be our forearm or our elbow, and some people who are daring enough to use their head. We do bending steel bars, 6 mil, I think you guys call it 16 mil. It's about 5/8 inch, and we'll bend those in the teeth or over the head. And we snap baseball bats over our legs and over our back. We'll blow up hot water bottles until they explode like balloons. It's like getting snapped in the face with the world's largest rubber band.
We were watching a YouTube video. Someone was at church last night and was videoing that water bottle getting blown up, and it was just enormous. Like, it just didn't look like it was ever going to break.
Yeah.
See, as you're talking about all of this, I don't know if it's just because I'm female, but I'm just here going, why? Like, what was it that you were looking at the baseball bat going, I know, maybe I should snap that over my back? Like, how do you get these ideas in your head to go, let's go and hurt ourselves?
Well, I like to liken it to a trade. Somebody else pioneered this type of ministry back in the 70s, and so it's been just kind of passed on. So all the feats of strength are not originals as far as coming from this team, but we've just kind of learned them, and we continue to use them because they're effective.
Well, Greg, you were saying yesterday that obviously you've got the standards that you match, but you also like to sort of push the boundaries a bit as well. So what are some of the ways that you do that, where you just say, well, we'll do this, but we'll go a little bit further?
Well, I think that's one of the biggest messages of who we are, is we want to challenge, and we're not content with the status quo or average. And our greatest competitor is probably ourselves on the inside. We want to challenge ourselves, and more so as people and our character and who we are. And I think people see that message because it's genuine and it's sincere. We project that when we do our demonstrations.
Now, you're saying that this all started back in the 70s. How did it actually start? Like, was that the ministry side of it that started back then? What was the origins of the Conquerors?
The Conquerors, the feats of strength ministry, the concept of using it started in the 70s, but the Conquerors started in 1994 in California by our founder, James DeMello, who was a professional level bodybuilder. And he then moved to Michigan, and we became an official, quote-unquote, ministry in 2002 from there, and been going ever since.
So what have you guys been doing in that time? Like, what sort of meetings do you do? How many meetings do you do? How many people do you minister to every year?
We average anywhere from 150 to 200 school assemblies a year. 80 to 100 community events, travel to 2 to 4 different countries every year. So we stay pretty busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lot of touring. So what's the main message that you're trying to get across, particularly at the school groups when you can't probably be quite as straightforward with your faith?
The main message that we want to get to students in schools without being able to tell them about the decision to make is basically try to get them aware of the choices that they're making and how they have the potential to affect the rest of their life, positively or negatively. And I think that's the core of our messages that we give in the schools.
And you guys have partnered with another ministry. I know that the Book of Hope is a big part of what you do. Like, you'd like to give those out at the schools particularly, because that's something that you can put in people's hand. How has that partnership sort of developed over the years?
Well, when we started off with the Book of Hope a few years ago. Greg was actually doing youth pastoring at the time and got connected with the Book of Hope. And we saw it as a great opportunity to be able to get the gospel of Jesus Christ into public schools without violating any of the laws in America or other places as well.
Well, we have a book here, actually, not the Book of Hope, but we've got a couple of phone books that we've prepared in advance. Now, I'm not sure whether you prefer white pages or yellow pages. Is there a preference, or does it not matter?
We love them all.
Too bad
We
if
don't
you need phone
discriminate,
numbers,
okay?
Okay.
Yeah, now these
All
aren't...
your phone books.
Obviously, this is a little bit difficult because it's radio, so people can't see this. But these aren't little community yellow pages. This is the Brisbane yellow pages, L to Z, and I've got A to K there, and also the Brisbane white pages. So these are big,
They're big.
heavy books that,
They're
that
probably
you guys
8 to
tear.
10 centimetres thick kind of thing. So they're quite big, and these guys want to read out the phone numbers.
Or something. So I saw you do this yesterday, Greg. So I was amazed how quickly you did it. Actually, one of them happened within about 2 seconds. So insane. Does one of you other guys want to tear a book?
Sure.
Is it
Books for all,
Yeah.
tear them all.
tear them up? Steve, you want to do?
Yeah.
See if the video person isn't really into it.
There we go.
There we go.
Scott.
Okay.
Okay. So
One at a time.
for the sake of our radio audience, we'll try and explain what's going on here. But maybe Scott, do you want to do yours first? So he's got the Brisbane white pages,
You're kidding.
and
I thought you were going to rip it the other way, down the spine. No
You just-
way.
straight down the top.
You are kidding. Oh, it's giving,
It's giving him a bit of.
It's about halfway through.
It is very
pages.
thick though. It's thicker than
It's
the
a
yellow
really thick
pages.
one.
Come on.
There you go.
Come on, Scott.
That's good.
Come on, you can do it.
Come on, Scott.
Normally they've got loud music to help
Come
inspire
on,
them.
quit.
All this sort
Oh,
of
true.
stuff.
Yeah.
We're missing that one.
And we have music that can be done already.
You are kidding.
Come on, Scott.
That's amazing. So there we go. It
Yeah.
took about 20 seconds, so not too bad. Straight down the middle there. So Yago, let's see
Anyone
how
want
you
half a
go.
phone book?
All right, yeah, I got it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Good job.
That took
Yago.
about 4 or 5 seconds to tear that yellow pages down the middle. Now, Greg,
Wow.
no
Alright.
pressure on you, mate, but you've got to
That
try
one's
and
a bit
match that.
thinner.
Well, here's the chainsaw, too.
Yeah, we call them mitts.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable. I reckon 2 seconds tops on that one.
Robbo, is there one for you?
No, unfortunately, we're just out.
Oh, sorry. Good to see you try.
Mitts.
Well, I did have the little community one yesterday, and I was a bit hesitant even to have a go with that.
No. Just
That's
amazing stuff. And I mean, that's just one of your favourite tricks that you like to do. It's obviously a nice, easy one, nice and accessible. You don't have to take steel rods places or anything like that.